Greetings, fellow humans. My name is Flailbot. Welcome back to Love Face Steel. I think we're on episode 19 now, which is exciting times. And even more excitingly, we are waging war against the Empire. As you can see, they have decided to put small swords next to all of their cities, and those small swords have offended my sensibilities, so we're going to crush them into the dirt. Which is good news. The orcs turned out to be quite a bit tougher in terms of their garrisons than we anticipated. So we're sort of holding off on them. I think those 3 giants kind of startled me. That's a lot of giants. Giants cost a lot of money. We may eventually return here and defeat them. Probably bring some Terrorgeists, anti-large. Terrorgeists are cool because they're large anti-large, which means things like giants are less frightening for them because they don't suffer from any anti-large penalties, or they don't get knocked about, which giants are really good at. For bad is... What's the corruption like over here? Dang, not bad. 31%? That's pretty good. I was thinking of building another corruption spready building. I think we're doing okay. What about you guys here? Even with 30% corruption, they're not suffering much public order. Apparently they get a difficulty bonus, a difficulty level bonus. I did not realize that. That's okay though. Wine we're already making. Definitely want to pick up the Awakened Battlefield in general in these 2 western provinces. 3 turns. And this does not spread corruption yet, so we'd have to wait a little while. 5 full turns. So I'm thinking we're going to get these basic buildings, more wine. I mean, that's an important part of any empire. And either garrison, especially since this is very much our most forward place, or Awakened Battlefield. It does provide a garrison, 2 Graveguard, and a Black Knights, plus attrition, which is pretty great, and it slows them. I just don't know how aggressive the Empire is going to be. I'm not sure how much time we have to react here. This is obviously more improved projectiles, more units. We could also just get rid of the wine. It doesn't create any money, and it may be necessary. So we're going to do that. We're going to pick up 2 defensive buildings. A ghost fence. That improves our spookiness rating, and that makes people less likely to attack us. This guy's already got the sweet defense, money, pottery, defenses. I could also give these guys the Awakened Battlefield instead, but it's alright. Okay, other characters have moved already. Upgrade Castle Drakenhof, heck yes. That is so expensive. That was all of our money. Okay. One other thing I was considering was going ahead and recruiting yet another army. Sigvald's army is not that expensive. I'm not sure how effective it is, but it's not very expensive. And it could be brought down to like a little over 2,000 if we tossed this wizard vampire and just replaced it with more zombies. In addition, no, not that button. In addition, if I beeline for Master of the Putrid Horde, then zombies are going to be quite inexpensive. So when we get there, I think we'll create a massive zombie army. Just 1 more lord, and shouldn't be too expensive. Obviously, it'll increase the price of all our other armies, but that's just going to be something we have to deal with. And Steinbeck is coming back to join our Necromancer, and Ermina is repeatedly failing to assassinate this feisty goblin. Oh yeah, oh that was fast. Already on his way over. Not that big of a deal. Valdorf is kind of a garbage city that we don't really care about. Although Vlad, he's right over here. We could plausibly intercept. We'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and decline this again. Yep. Wonder who's strength number 1? I'm strength number 2, which is surprising. I don't feel particularly powerful, but I suppose that's the sign of a good game, as it were. Where you're sort of balancing, you know, as you play, you don't just start the tragic snowball effect and get completely disinterested. No, uninterested. We'll see. 46% chance. Yay! Take that. So, he's dead. More campaign effects. I'm gonna go ahead and move in different directions here. I'm not sure how much. Is there another hero unit over here? Oh, there is. Jeez. I'm wondering if we should just get the heck out of here to avoid accidentally being overrun by the Empire. Isn't the Empire right here? Yeah, this whole thing is the Empire. So we could just zip over there, 1, 2 little jumps, and start raiding the Empire, which would be more effective. So let's do that. Let's go into speedy walking mode. We're in living people territory, which is too bad. That's okay. Can you go ahead and move back into speedy walking mode? Nah, he won't make it much farther, so we will raid with him. A couple extra dollars is a good idea. We're waiting for Master of the Dead. So let's pick up the Invocation of Nehek while we're waiting. And Vlad. Vlad has a pretty solid army. A few too many just like basic infantry here, but not bad. Vildorf is garbage. I'm not gonna bother upgrading it. It's going to be annihilated shortly. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. Can you actually join up yet? No, not yet. So we'll just spread some more public order for funsies. I think I'd like to move my units in this direction. Right, or else I'm spending a whole bunch of time in bad guy territory. So we'll just stand around. Okay, good. Anything to build? In Steerland, that's right. We want to build our other defensive structure. And Wissenland we're going to skip for now. And Weber's going to walk in a circle. And Wissenland we're still going to skip. How far away is this? Ultra far away. Actually, I was thinking about that. It would be maybe a worthwhile investment to find the cheapest unit. For example, a White King. And just send him all the way down there to start this mission, because I can teleport Vlad once the time is right. 1500 is a bit expensive, but the upkeep is not very much. Walmond. Mr. W. Almond. We can rename him to something less silly. I like Krugenheim. Recruit Cav. Raid, that's not going to happen. It turned back. So we're going to rename Mr. Walmond, because that's silly. We'll rename Krugenheim. Or maybe better would be Steiner von Kriegenheim from Wartown. We already have 2 heroes in every single one of our armies, which is pretty much good enough. But we are gonna maybe put him into our new Necromancer's army, since he's not that expensive. So we're gonna make him a fighty man. Give him a fancy horse, and yeah, let's do some cycle charging with him. Seems wise. Okay. Super. Onwards and upwards. Alright, clearly this is a battle we need to fight. Whoa, Huntsman? This must be new from the, from SFO. So Stalk and Stride, which means they can go through forest and stuff. And Vanguard and Strong Vigor. Not bad. Long range. Decent damage. Not so armor piercy, but anti-large. That's cool. Gonna have to cavalry the heck out of those guys. Anti-large, 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 anti-large everywhere. Unbreakable Tattersouls. Unbreakable Sigmar's Sons. Armor-piercing missiles. Armor-piercing missiles. Wowza. And Carl. Well, let's give it a spin. Pretty sure we're going to get totally butchered, but maybe if we can weaken one of these more intensive units, more expensive, more potent units, then we can make things easier for old Vladdy. So they've already deployed. I suspect that there's going to be stocky type things coming to slay us. Can you get hidden? Excellent. And now wide lines. They don't actually have any horses, do they? That's okay. Just widen our lines as best we can. I'm doing this all wrong. Let's see. There we go. Zoop. And one of these is my hero man. One of the ghouls. Ah, cool. Okay. These guys are going to get torn to shreds by those flyers, but there's not much to be done about that. Oh, wait, these guys need to wait. Need to not hurry so much. It's all infantry, though. I mean, they have a ton of anti-large, but having it all be infantry, which is could be nice for the upcoming battle with Vlad. Not with this battle. This battle is largely irrelevant. And where there's, oh, what are these shiny circles for units of renown? I suppose so. I don't have those DLCs. I should get those DLCs. Oh, they're the fancy shooter mans. I was wondering. Alright. Let's go ahead and get on those fancy shooter mans. You guys. So we're hoping that we can take out one of these units of expensive shooters. My lord is under attack. My lord? My lord? Because these are the huntsmen who are going to be difficult for my Vargeist and stuff to handle. If we can viciously savage one of them, then they'll be much more potent in the upcoming battle. Or we will be much more potent in the upcoming battle. This frontline battle we are totally going to lose. Which is okay. There's nothing we can do about that. There's no real way for us to improve our outcome there. But this is good news. If our front can hold for long enough for us to kill one or two of these units, That's going to be a great boon. So we can get our bats onto them just to stop them from attacking us. Oh, no need. Get those guys in melee. Send our wolves in. It's not a guaranteed victory, especially with these spearmen coming in back. But it's potentially a good one. Nice little charge off on them. Our bats are going to be dying slowly, but that's okay. Like they need to pull out though. 13 models left. So I don't know how fast Vlad can get there, but it's gonna be a good. Get 2 units of them down. That'll be pretty great. 10 left. 9. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. 0. Glorious. My bats died, but you know what? These guys are hero wolves, and I would, if they had a regiment name, I would name a town after them. Hero dogs win the day. Decisive defeat? I don't think so, sir. Look at that. Bam, bam. 2 of those scary units knocked out. It would have been nice to get one of the regiments of renown, but the likelihood of that happening was significantly less. Yes, too many casualties. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna burn my town? No, you're gonna take it. That's wise. That's a wise move. One other thing I was thinking was we were gonna need to pick up a couple more banshees to act as sort of vanguards, anti-hero stuff and anti-walls, because we are one banshee is just gonna be insufficient for that process. Go away. Go do something else. I'm hoping that Clan Mulder, the Skaven here, can hold off Varg. I'm not going to be at war with them. I was literally just at war with them. Literally. And Isabella, how far can you go if we don't max speed? Not very far. It's better. And can you just not make it over here? What's the deal? It's like making it into my own territory requires more. I guess that's the river barrier. So what if I walk here and I still have 50% movement and I cannot walk any further? There must be some like minimum amount of movement you need to get over the edge. How much do these guys like me? Quite a lot. I was thinking of maybe raiding to reduce my attrition losses. Surely that won't make anyone angry since it's 0. This will hopefully make the dwarves like me more. I already failed against him, so my chances of success are too low. That's okay. We're gonna see if the dwarves hate us less these days. Have I not encountered the dwarves? Come on. 3 of the dwarves loathe me, and 2 of the dwarves think I'm just the coolest guy. Which is accurate. Alright. So Pfeildorf has no. This could be a good opportunity to put the Empire on the back foot. Go ahead and upgrade our town here. We plan on keeping that town. And what about this nonsense about recruiting another Banshee? Not there. Not, so he's going to be campaign level. So we want specialist, assassinate, damage walls. Specialist is very helpful. And we'll go for assassinate now, because that's going to be our next task. We should level pretty quickly. Alright, let's give this a spin. Cool, they're all injured. Oh, I gotta give my fire banner to someone. I'm thinking probably the ghouls or the graveguard, because they're going to be right in the middle of everything. So we'll go graveguard, because they're going to need... So I'm looking at the stats of these very highly leveled ghouls versus the not so highly leveled graveguard. They actually don't have that many armor-piercing missiles left over. Oh, okay. So you can instantly recruit regiments of renown. It's like you can raise dead instantly. And so he acquired this nice, very high-quality shock cavalry with triple gold chevrons? What? That must be a bug. Immediately. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the graveyard because they're going to last longer. So, missiles not so much of a concern anymore, but these cav are a bit of a concern. We've got our two Vargulfs, which is going to be super cool, but they're large, as are our Vargeists, as are our cav. So we have some concerns about how many bloody spearmen they've got. Their flagellants are unarmored. Let's go ahead and gamble. It's not very much. Cool. Cool. Jeez, he's got so many spells. Good against armor, good against multiple units. I finally figured out how to overcast things. By the way, guys. You click on them more than once. Pretty cool, huh? So this little square of death here should absolutely annihilate the heck out of anything, because the Graveguard are going to be doing massive damage. They have the fire banner, and the ghouls are going to be poisoning stuff. So hopefully they will be a very devastating front and center, which will allow the rest of our units to be a little bit more effective as well. I'm going to box up our anti-cav here a bit, so they don't just get charged through. And one Vargulf on each side. Probably going to flank with them. They have very high speed. The Vargeists are going to be going after the missile units. Black Knight's invisible. Unfortunately, you can't really set them forward because of the way that everyone's on Vanguard, so there's no like real forward location. So we're gonna grab. I should have grouped these earlier, but it doesn't really matter. This is gonna be a hard group, or a locked group, and it's gonna move in. These guys are gonna pull up. These guys are gonna pull up. Yeah, that has my Crypt Ghouls. Vlad and the Vargulf and the other Vargulf are going to be deselected. Move up as well. They're so fast that I'll just wait. And you should move up as well. Boop, right there. I'm going to move my horsies. It doesn't really matter what they do. First to there, and then... No, that was not what I wanted. Just gonna move them forward. Okay. Whoa. They are sort of retreating. There's the Cav, which I'm concerned about. My Vargeists are less concerned. Yep. Move these guys forward as well. These guys. Forward. Not exactly what I wanted, but it's okay. So I would like to get these units into the not anti-large. So for example, into the Flagellants and into these swordsmen and Vlad himself. Doesn't have a horse, right? He's still small, so into these spearmen. Vargeists onto the units in the back. No, not Spirit Leech, Soul Blight. Right here. Where is she? So cast it and keep attacking. So let's go ahead and do a rear charge here because they've got these spears over there. Vlad, can you do an invocation? Actually, we don't need to. Okay, Vlad. Raise some zombies. Those guys are looking good. Let's see if we can take a Vargolf back here. Horsey's full out. These zombies. These zombies turned out to be a little bit silly, as it turns out. Keep attacking. Oh no, this is sort of a disaster back here, so could be okay. Get another charge off. Let's see, can we multiple combatants, multiple. Let's go ahead and hit up their elite units with this nice spell. Let's pause for a second just to get our stuff reorganized. Okay, over here is Glorious Victory. Karl Franz is unbreakable. Is that what I'm seeing here? Ah, okay, he's last standing. But he's pretty much done for. Yeah, we have the Vargolf and her and the Crypt Ghouls, so that's all settled. These guys moving in there. Push these guys here. Go ahead and Graveyard's too expensive. Skeleton Warriors, chase after those fleeing guys. Graveguard. Push that away if you can. Now it'd be nice to get a unit of spears onto those baddies. And these spears come into a flank. You're all fine. Everything looks fine. Yeah. Those Cav are kicking butt. Let's go ahead and throw down a heal on these guys. Franz is about to fall, which is good news. There he goes, he fell. So that should be victory. Unless we have someone unbreakable still on the field. Who's not fleeing? Pause. You're not completely fleeing. Let's just send everyone after you. And over here, you're not quite totally broken. So we'll take some Cav and finish you off. And that should be that. Oh, those guys are speedy. We'll get them. We'll get them. Hiya. Yeah, come on. Land on them. Get him. What's this? What am I looking at? That's not playing. These guys? Oh, Unbreakable Swordsman. That's probably the whole thing. There we go. Like one guy left. Alright guys, thanks for watching Love Face Steel. Hope you guys had fun, and I'll catch you guys next time. I have been Flailbot.